You know what they say, if you want time to go by slower, you gotta do planks. Now, if you want to build a strong core, you also gotta do planks. And that is what I'm going to talk about in today's video. So for the longest time, I was thinking, if I'm doing squats, deadlifts, front levers, I am going to use my core, so I'm going to build a strong core. Oh boy, was I wrong. So it turns out you need to still do core work in order to build strong core. So quick side note here before we dive further into this video. I'm going to talk a lot about core. What do you actually mean when we're talking about core? Well, basically we're talking about these muscles here. So these muscles are the rectus abdominis, the transfer abdominis, which is actually a little bit further down, and we're also talking about the obliques, being the internal obliques and the external obliques. We can also see a little bit more here. Boom, boom, boom. That's basically the core. Training your core and training for core stability specifically is very important. How do we go about it? Should we only do planks? I've heard a lot about the McGill Big 3. I was trying to do the bird dog. That's that weird exercise where you're like a Superman, but also like a dog that's pissing. And I thought, yeah, the McGill Big 3 should basically just be the bird dog, because the bird dog was very awesome. I got a very good contraction in my core. I really felt my abs and my core working. I felt my pelvis being very stable into that exercise. So I thought this is the end all be all. And then I thought, hey, let's just try and experiment with the side plank. And oh boy, was I humbled by that exercise. So the side plank is basically where you are on your side, one side on your elbows, one side on your feet. And if that's too difficult, one side on your knees. And you try to hold up your body as long as possible. And preferably, you don't want your hip to sag. We have the bird dog, we have the side plank, and then you have like the curl up. And I was doing the curl up and I really felt like, yes, you can move your pelvis very nicely. But once you can do that exercise, I don't feel that it has that much value. So the McGill Big 3, it's like 2 exercises that are very important. And then on top of that, because the curl up is basically like a plank, but less difficult. So why not do just planks? And that's why I started incorporating planks as well. And boy, I saw an improvement in my core stability. And also when doing exercises, consciously, it was more easy for me to engage my core. And I must say that really helps. Like for example, a pull-up, an exercise where you won't believe you need core stability. Well, if you pull into a strong core, if you pull into tightly contracted ab muscles, I feel like you're going to have a lot smoother execution of the exercise. So I really feel that it even helps me in other exercises. I haven't gone to deadlifts yet because I'm avoiding that exercise due to a hamstring injury. But yeah, we'll see how that goes once I get that injury fixed. I'm working on it, but it takes some time. The schedule for the exercises. So what I'm doing is I do weighted planks once a week. And weighted planks are just the boss. If you think planks are challenging you, try adding some weight to your back and see how your core reacts. That is amazing. So I'm doing this once a week. We're almost at 60 kilograms now, so pretty decent weight. Twice a week I'm doing the side planks to really get those obliques evolved. The downside about side planks is that you have 2 sides, so they're unilateral, so you have to do both sides. It sucks, okay, I know. Besides that, in that set, I also do regular planks. So my way of thinking is I don't work with seconds, but I work with breaths. And that makes sure that you get more mind-muscle connection with your core. And that also means that you're more mentally engaged into the exercise. So I go with 10 breaths for every exercise, and I do that 3 sets. So, and a breath is really, that's 2 breaths actually, but you get the gist of it. It's basically longer than seconds. Then I do once a week the bird dogs. I really feel that that helps because you're going from a movement into a core stability position. and that way you get a reset every time you go from one side to the other. So that is really a nice one. And I also feel like it's more challenging to keep your pelvis locked in while moving. So it's a very nice exercise that I really like to incorporate. So yeah, guys, during each and every exercise with a stronger core, you're going to be a lot better off. So yeah, that's why I really recommend don't skip on the core day. Basically, don't have to have a separate core day. You just can incorporate that into your workout regimen. I do it on the side, on the end of each workout. And yeah, I hope you're now inspired to do so as well. I really find it has tremendous amount of benefit. Also, like, there's a piece in the book of Kelly Starrett, it's called Desk Bound. He talks about how your core should be engaged like for 20%, and that way you're prepared. So if you fall, your core can immediately engage. And he compares that to riding a car. So if your car is at a standstill, if something happens and you need to move fast, it's going to be a lot more difficult to go from 0 to 100, rather than if you're already slowly moving at 20%, and if you go from 20 to 100, that's going to be a lot more efficient. And that's basically how he talks about the core. I haven't really heard him talk more about that. Maybe I was just always missing that piece of information, but somehow that clicks in my mind, and I really find that this is a very valuable piece of information. Like, I feel like if I'm driving my car, not that I'm constantly tensed, but if I keep like a subtle core activation, I feel like my body feels a lot better driving that car. So yeah, just a piece of thought for your ear holes. I don't know, just let me know in the comments down below if it's just rambling or if there's anything value in this. I am exploring a way to get better at doing weighted planks by myself, and that is going to be in an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. I hope you got something out of it, and I guess I'll be seeing you all in the comment section in the next video. Peace!